Hi there, Lisa Arana here, and welcome to another Assemble This video. Today's card is all about this happy little bluebird watercolored with distress markers. There's a bit of dimension and a little bit of shine and a great birthday message. I'm featuring the Bird's the Word sentiment kit from Unity Stamp Company. I just love those big cursive words and that darling little bird. I have all my supplies ready to go. My bird is stamped on some regular Nina solar white cardstock, 80 pound. So nothing fancy for this card. I'm not going to be using a lot of water, so regular cardstock's going to work just fine. And I have two colors of distress markers in blue. I don't remember their names, but I'll have them linked below. I'm just scribbling some of that marker onto an acrylic block and then picking it up with a water brush. I didn't even add any extra water really. I might have squeezed a little bit into the brush just to pick that ink up. And that was just the light color blue. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the dark blue. I wasn't so sure about the contrast between that light blue and the dark blue. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit and kind of see what it looks like on a scrap piece of paper just to make sure it's not too dark. And looks okay. So I did squeeze on a little bit of water to the top of that ink and then just mixing it and blending it together to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And now I'm just going to follow the edge of the bird and then the lines and just kind of fill it in and kind of keep the edges of the bird darker and then pull that watercolor in towards the center of the bird to keep him nice and light in the center. I think that first color of watercolor blue was too light. I couldn't really see it. So I'm just going to use this single color, the dark one, and keep the edges a little darker and the center of the bird a little lighter. What I love about these cute little images that are kind of simple and cutesy is it doesn't take a lot of coloring. You can get away with a super quick watercolor or even Copic coloring, and you don't have to go great into detail, which is my kind of coloring. I like a quick and easy image that can be filled in with just simple coloring processes. So I'm doing the tail here and creating the darkness at the base of the tail and then pulling it towards the end so that stays lighter. Again, just creates a simple little shadow and dimension to the tail. And now I'm just kind of blending everything together and adding a little bit more of a dark color to the wings and highlighting those wing little elements drawn into the stamp. Cute. I just love this little guy. I love the whimsy of him and the little bit of hearts intertwined into the design of the bird. I like all the little lines that kind of create the dimension, but he's just so simple and sweet, and he's just too darn cute. I just wanna squeeze this little guy. He's so cute. So now that I'm done with coloring the body of the bird, we're just gonna use a little bit of yellow for his beak, just to make it pop a little bit. And that pretty much finishes the coloring of the bird. So here he is ready to be fussy cut out. And I am going to cut close to the line. I decided I didn't want a white edge. I am going to pop him up on the front of a card, and he's already pre-stamped on the front of the card, so I'm going to keep it pretty close. And what's nice is the line on this bird is a little bit thicker, so it makes fussy cutting easier. We're just going to cut his legs off. We don't need those. And then I'm just going to go around the tail and everything and cut him out. So he is all cut out and just a little bit damp from the watercolor. So I'm going to put an acrylic block on his body and then kind of lift his tail. That's going to create some dimension for me later when I put him on the card. So here's our card base. I have it covered in some pattern paper. And then I die cut out the pre-stamped images. I have the birthday sentiment already on there and then the birdie in the corner. And I just die cut that out with a stitch scalloped rectangle. I'm going to put that in the center of my card. And then I have some foam adhesive on my bird. And I'll just place him right over where I have him pre-stamped on that panel. And I love how that tail end just kind of lifts up because of the way I let it dry under the acrylic block. And I added a little bit of pink to those hearts and then finished everything off by gluing on some sequins. It just adds a little bit of movement and more color and shine to the project, which I love. So here is our finished card with the happy little bluebird singing his birthday wishes, and I love the addition of the sequins as well for just a little bit of sparkle and shine. I'll have all the supplies linked below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you have any questions or a sweet comment, post below. I'd love to read each and every one. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.